It is a warm winter afternoon in downtown Los Angeles. Blue skies, just a few puffy clouds, and the temperature about 70 degrees. Inside USC's Galen Center, it's a matchup of two teams with more questions right now than answers. But the SC students have not given up. Not yet. It's way too early for that. The Huskies of UW open Pac-10 play with 2 straight losses, both the ranked teams. USC is a step behind. The Trojans are 0-3. Jim Watson alongside Mike Montgomery. SC struggled with Washington State the other night with one exception. Taj Gibson, 16-6.
Well, Taj Gibson is a quick player to the basket, and he's got to use his quickness. He is a very good inside player that can spin, and he uses his length, but he's got to use his quickness against the bigger players because he's really USC's inside threat this year, and he's a guy that's got to be consistent, and he's got to score, and SC's got to be able to count on him inside.
Leads the team in both rebounds and blocks. Taj Gibson, of course, the sophomore from Brooklyn, has that great wingspan and gets his fingertips on just about everything. USC's lineup changes again today. Tim Floyd, I think, is trying to shake things up. USC very young across the board and in their first 5 as well. 2 sophomores and 3 freshmen in their starting 5. Angelo Johnson, Davon Jefferson, who didn't play at all against Washington State. In fact, he didn't even dress. And of course, O.J. Mayo, who's been pretty impressive in a couple of games, both against California and Washington State. He had 22 points and 7 rebounds in that losing cause against the Cougs the other night. Meanwhile, for UW, well, they've had 6 different lineups all year, but one guy has been there each time, John Brockman.
Well, this is the road runner against the bull because Brockman is opposite the way he plays. He's 2 inches shorter, but he's 30 pounds heavier than Gibson. Everything that Brockman does is at the basket. He is a physical brute. He loves contact. He plays, gives you 100% every night out. You love him, and he's going to be a big, big factor today.
John Brockman leads the Pac-10 in rebounds. He's been in double figures every game, and the other night against Kevin Love in UCLA, he came up with 16 points, and that put him over the 1,000 career point mark at UW, the 32nd player in school history. For Washington, they're 9-6 and 0-2. 2 seniors and 2 juniors, but a change out at the top. Vinoy Overton has really come on for Washington, and talking with Lorenzo Romar, their head coach, he said nobody on his roster delivers the ball, distributes, and involves people like Vinoy Overton, and he's a local guy in terms of Seattle. He went to Franklin High School, and that school produced Jason Terry, Aaron Brooks, and the irony today is that he had originally verbaled to USC before changing his mind and deciding to stay a little bit closer to home. Lorenzo Romar has 2 homes, one in Seattle, of course, but he grew up playing at Pius X High School here in Compton in Southern California. And of course, he was an assistant coach at UCLA in '95 when they won the NCAA championship. He was a head coach at Pepperdine, so he has deep roots in Southern California. Coached UW to 2 Sweet 16s in a row. First coach to ever do that. Tim Floyd has been on edge for about a week or so since we saw him up at Stanford. He's been trying to push the right buttons, and you can see he's just not a very happy guy right now.
Well, you talk about pushing the buttons. He practiced outside in the pavement yesterday. He went back to the roots. Tim's a guy that is very creative, and he's going to find a way to try to get these guys motivated. Davon Jefferson was a guy that he didn't feel was improving enough. He wasn't going to get to where he needed to get for this basketball team or for himself personally, so he just sat him down. Hopefully he got the message.
Well, both of these teams feel like a couple of guys standing on the dock and watching the boat pull away. Now, we figure that this year in the Pac-10, 14, 15 wins is probably going to be the winner, but I mean, Washington and USC, it's not desperation time. We got 2 months of basketball left, but you can see that both these teams pretty businesslike. There's not a lot of smiles on the court right now.
Well, you tried the desperation on me last week, Waddy. I didn't let you get away with it. I'm still not going to let you.
It's still too early, Coach.
But here's the deal. This is really important here because, truthfully, look at the league as a plus-minus. Start everybody at 9-9. A road win is a plus, a home loss is a minus, and go from there. That's always the way I figured it, and things kind of shake out that way.
That's Floyd's rankings. He did that in the LA Times earlier this week, and he said, look, we're not in 9th with my rankings. We're in 5th. It's not that bad.
Well, that's really the way it is because the schedule shakes out differently for everybody.
When can I use desperation? Do I have to wait till February?
Second half, baby.
Second half of the season. USC, of course, playing a home game today. They lost to Washington State the other night. It'd be awful to start the season 0-4, especially with 2 home losses. Here's Taj Gibson.
I've got to believe Gibson can beat Wallace off the dribble if he has space to operate. Brockman is guarding Davon Jefferson, a more physical matchup, but I think that basically Gibson's got to be a guy that's going to be a factor here.
Dwight Lewis Very acrobatic move, hung in the air, waiting for the defense to fade, and scores SC up 2-0.
Nice spin move. Nice to see Lewis get off to a good start because they need him as well.
Two guys in this game to watch. At this end for UW, keep an eye on Ryan Appleby. That's an offensive foul on Washington. Ryan Appleby is the big shooter for Washington, and he was shut out at UCLA only the 5th time in 73 career games he went without a point. I expect him to be pulling the trigger early in this one. And for USC, of course, we've talked about it a little bit. Davon Jefferson, number 5, he just hasn't been practicing that hard. The coaches were unhappy with him, and they kept him out of the Washington State game. He didn't see the floor the whole night.
You got to send a message at some point because with this young lineup, you've got to make some improvements if you're going to compete in this conference this year.
There's Lewis trying to gap the defense inside. Taj Gibson, who took it right to the rack as the defense sagged.
Again, that was keyed by Lewis's penetration, and Appleby is a great shooter but not a great defender, and Lewis has taken him twice.
And we're going to find out what kind of medal USC has, because after the game the other night, I was in their locker room. It was a pretty quiet place. Guys were dressing and getting lost quickly. Ball in the air, the defense inside for SC is solid, and that's a 3-second call.
And that's what you're going to see all night long. USC will double down on Brockman, and that's what's going to happen down inside. Brockman's going to have to figure out how to play out of that. Very nice draw kick. Good defensive rotation by Brockman, but a nice finish inside.
Dwight Lewis draws 2 defenders. Teach you that from day one and hoop. Draw and dish.
You get matchups, and that's what Tim Floyd's going to look to exploit. Right now, it's been Lewis on Appleby, and he's going to try to exploit that matchup.
The 2 number 1s at the top, matching up the SC end right now. Benoit Overton for Washington and Angelo Johnson for USC. And Davon Jefferson with an offensive foul.
Nice position by Wallace in there to slide over and get the charge. Really kind of zoning inside. Easy call to make.
Brockman out at the top, and then goes right through. He cut right through the lane after the kick to the other side. He just cut right through the lane, flashed.
Now Gibson's got to help on that. He was the man carrying the screener. The man carrying the screener has to help on that mid-post screen.
Gibson spots up from 15 feet.
SC off to a nice start, showing good confidence, and this is really going to help them.
You know, I stuck my head in the SC huddle during a timeout early against Washington State, and Floyd spent almost the entire time talking about shot selection, how poor it was for SC. Much better today at the outset. Lewis, the pull-up. Rattles in and out. Brockman, next rebounder at the Pac-10, adds another.
Well, you talk shot selection, they go down. The shot selection always has turned to be much better. The interesting thing is Mayo really has not been a factor offensively, but look at him work defensively out front on Morris.
I don't think we've called OJ's name yet. It's Appleby to Brockman, baseline 12-footer. Rattles in and out. Washington is struggling from the field. And backboard foul, I believe Tim Morris on a slap.
The first substitution. He's done this quite often. Wallace has started games but not stayed in very long. Now they've gone to a smaller, quicker lineup. I think now you might see Brockman match up on Gibson to negate the quickness factor. That's exactly what you're going to see.
We're just 3 minutes in. Jim Watson, Mike Montgomery at the Galen Center. USC 0-3, Washington 0-2 in conference play. Lewis works against Appleby. Appleby stumbles on the block.
Basically every time down the floor, Jim, it's been a Lewis against Appleby matchup, and he's taken him every time and gotten penetration and created help situations. Smart move by Lewis. Good start by Team Floyd to recognize the potential mismatch.
Now Lewis goes 6'5", and they list Appleby at 6'3", but he's maybe 6'2".
Coach Romar counters now and gets that matchup out of there.
Matthew Bryan Omening is in for UW, freshman from London. O.J. Mayo took his first shot, left it short. O.J. Mayo has been criticized in this town more by fans and a little bit of the media than his own teammates or coaches for shot selection and maybe taking too many difficult shots. Good read and act. That was an awful pass, and here comes Lewis. One-on-one the other way against Pondexter. Blocking foul and a chance at a three-point play.
I think that's a good call just because of the movement to the basket, but you mentioned the cross-court pass against a good defensive team. That's just not going to go. Can't throw it across the court if you've got any kind of defensive quickness and anticipation, and Lewis has that. Let's look at this block. Yeah, I like that. I think he was in the air. Again, let's put that little circle in there, that half circle, which eliminates the official having to make that judgment call.
Dwight Lewis, sophomore from Louisiana. In fact, I call him Louisiana Lightning, but because of Hurricane Katrina, he actually had to play his senior season of high school basketball in Katy, Texas. SC fans enjoying the good defense early on. Pondexter works at Lewis at this end.
SC's really focused defensively. You can see it in their eyes.
Taj Gibson trying to cheat over to help out. Oh, and a great backdoor look. Pinoy Overton says, hey, that was pinned against the glass. I should get credit for the hoop.
Outside officials got to make that call. Bobby McCroy inside can't make the goaltend call if it was or wasn't. He called the foul, but he's relying on his officials.
Yeah, that's an easy call right there on the replay. The basket is good.
Okay.
Bobby McCroy, Mike Eggers, and Mark Reichling working the game for us today at the Galen Center.
Official not supposed to be looking up at that ball up top. He's looking down low to see if there was contact to make the foul.
Veteran crew, they did what they're supposed to do. They conferred, they talked about it, got it right.
Got it right.
Tim Floyd wants a clarification. I guess we thought he got it right, but Tim didn't.
What a surprise.
Yeah, that is a shocker, isn't it? Overton gets the bounce and converts a three-point play. Leads the team in both steals and assists. He only averages about 5 points a game, but at the point, that's not his job.
One thing to note about Washington is their free throw percentage. They've got a lot of guys not shooting the ball very well from the line.
Yeah, you're talking about insane 50s, worse than the Pac-10. Lewis, and that would be a three. Off the heel, long rebound. Angelo Johnson catches it, and SC will reset.
That was keyed by a double on Mayo, which is what Mayo has got to be able to do right there to make his teammates better.
Davon Jefferson in between defenders. He sends Brockman to the floor and the ball through the hoop.
I think, again, a good no call, but again, a really good recognition by O.J. Mayo to recognize the double in a nice pick and roll situation.
And an unforced error for Washington. Overton tried to hit Morris, wasn't close, out of bounds, timeout on the floor, 15:28 to play in the first. Now, the series goes back to 1925, but UW has won 6 out of the last 7.
Hi there, I'm Andrew Siciliano with this final score update on FCS. You know, the great thing about college basketball is it really doesn't matter that North Carolina right now is atop the polls, because unlike football, come the end of the season, we're going to have a 65-team playoff. The Tar Heels, though, are one of 3 undefeated D1 teams still standing. Can they remain standing and unbeaten as they go on the road to Georgia Tech? Roy Williams has never won an ACC road game at Georgia Tech. First half, Ty Lawson drives and finishes with the right. Then watch the inbounds. Tyler Hansbrough, the steal, the putback, and one. Hansbrough leads all scorers with 27. Time winding down first half. Watch Maurice Miller gets his man in the air, actually gets 2 guys in the air, nails that, and Georgia Tech is down only 2 at the break. Let's go to the second half. Halfway through the second half, Tar Heels down 3. Marcus Ginyard, the takeaway. He, ahead of the pack, will jam it down and cut it down to 1. Tar Heels trailing. Late second half, now under 3 to go. Yellow Jackets down 3. It's Anthony Morrow in the lane. He will finish. He makes it a 1-point game. Under 15 to go. Look at the clock. Yellow Jackets down 1. Zach Peacock rejected Danny Green. One more shot at it. No. North Carolina remains unbeaten. Paul Hewitt can't get the upset, 83-82. Elsewhere, ACC, Duke has lost its last 2 meetings with FSU. That's Florida State for you and me, and for Coach K, who turned to John Shire.
Shire spins into the paint, reverse lay and counted. He had so much English on that, you thought he was in London.
Yes, in London. Are you having a laugh? Shire had 16 off the bench in the first half. Still first half, it's Shire again, and he draws the foul, which leads Leonard Hamilton to hold his head and scratch it as well. Here comes the run, though, for FSU.
Florida State with a chance to take the lead now. Down 1. Jason Rich dribbles, drives. He goes up for the layup. It's good. Owls lead 55-54. Jason Rich out of control, laid it in.
For the only Florida State lead in the second half, because Kay would bring the boys back. They're nailing them from downtown. Kyle Singler with the 3, and then Paulus with the takeaway. And all the way. Duke would eventually be too strong for FSU, but I want to show you one more Paulus highlight here. Now, a lot of pushing and shoving. Did you see Paulus get hit in the nose? I don't think so. Oh, my nose! Oh, you got me. Duke beats FSU 70-57. Moving on. He has already passed Dean Smith. He has already passed Adolph Rupp. Bobby Knight now has his sights set on 900 career wins. First crack at it didn't go too well. It was a 19-point loss to Oklahoma State. This one against Texas A&M won't be any easier. Aggie, top 10 team of the nation, but Knight beat him twice last year. Here we go. Knight going for 900. First half, Tech down by 2. That's Trevor Cook in the corner, a 3. And the Red Raiders, my friends, are thinking upset later in the half. Tech now leading by 12. Martin Zeno all the way. Red Raiders up 15 at the break. Now second half, Zeno again.
So Robertson with it. Gets a screen from Rizvich. Inside. Reverse layup is good. For Martin Zeno! And Zeno will get a chance at a 3-point play.
This is a Bobby Knight, Martin Zeno win for Texas Tech. It's number 900 for the General.
This thing never entered my mind. I could care less about this. I was just happy to get it over with because it becomes, it's just like when we played last year. We had a record last year that we're trying to break. And teams are trying to make damn sure that didn't go happen to them. And the same thing with this. It was an albatross rather than, and so we got rid of it. Now we can concentrate on playing.
That does it. I'm Andrew Siciliano. Later tonight on FCS, Pac-10 basketball, Oregon, Washington, 9 Eastern.
Well, if it isn't the maid of honor. Bourbon?
My brother, Sean. Brothers don't sleep with each other's wives.
Get out!
Summer, shut up. The American dream.
They don't just give it to you with a big old ribbon and a bow. If we want it, we gotta take it.
Welcome back inside the Galen Center, Pac-10 men's basketball on FSN. Jim Watts alongside the coach, Mike Montgomery, courtside. You know, when I was here the other night, SC did not look very good against Washington State. They couldn't throw it in the ocean, ended up losing that one. Shot selection much better today.
Yeah, but you're talking about two different teams defensively as well. You know, Washington is not famous for their defense. Washington State really is a very veteran. Yeah, they really are. So I wanted to go back to one thing you said about, you know, O.J. Mayo and the criticism. That's the problem we have with building kids up coming in as freshmen. We try to make too much out of them, and they come in and we find out they're human beings. They are freshmen. The level of play changes. They can't do all the things that people expect them to be able to do. Thing is, does he grow into his job? So far, he's passed the ball. He's gotten other people involved, and he's working on defense. That's all you can ask for.
You know, there were a lot of haters when O.J. got to Los Angeles that wanted to tear this kid down. He's 19 years old. He's only played 15 college games.
And Tim Floyd has been very high on him in his efforts. Oh my, might have missed one there. It was a pretty good bump. Probably called him straight up. So all you can ask for is a kid to work hard and try to win games as a teammate. And I think that Tim feels like he's really doing that.
Got a chance to be around O.J. Mayo with the Trojans just a little bit here in the last week or so. And he's much quieter than I expected. Shot from outside is short. Taj Gibson thought he had it. Brockman able to chase it down out near the three-point line. Von Dexter stays in the game. This is Morris. UW played with their lineup for the last 2 weeks or so. Pull-up wouldn't go, and there's Taj Gibson, who seems to get every third rebound in a game. Angelo Johnson quickly into the attacking end, pulls it out.
Like to see SC pushing the ball. They've got to get some points off the break. They've got to get some points off their defensive transition, getting down the floor.
Nice reverse SC quickly making Washington move defensively. Shot clock still at 10 seconds. Mayo the one touch. Johnson for three.
Now that's an interesting pass right there. The ball comes out on an inside-outside to Mayo. Mayo, who's supposed to be the guy, kicks it to his point guard, who's not really the scorer, who buries it. really in a position. The pass was too high, so he couldn't get in the right kind of rhythm, and so he kicked it over to Johnson, who was. Smart substitution. Gibson's working hard. He gets a foul. You don't want to get him a cheap second one this early in the half.
Yeah, SC had a lot of foul problems against Washington State the other night. They were already thin, but they just don't have a lot of depth up front anyway in the front court. And then Davon Jefferson wasn't playing, and then Wilkinson picked up fouls early.
Mamadou going to redshirt if they can. So, yeah, you're right. Their front line depth is not there.
Rashawn Cromwell's come in for USC. He was playing defense on Brockman right there on the baseline, knocked out of bounds. Be washing the ball underneath.
SC very active defensively with their hands, with their movement. They're definitely focused. Maybe that outdoor blacktop's the way a lot of guys need to go.
You know, both of these coaches have had to get the attention of their players. Lorenzo Romar earlier this year was so upset with his defense, he just put the balls away and made these guys practice with their feet. And he had an open competition for the 5 spots and based it on who was playing better defense. You can see how the 5 purple jerseys get back. There's Mayo from... I thought they were really good at home, not so much on the road, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, you really are. They didn't win at Oregon, but a lot of people aren't going to win at Oregon. And Oregon State's struggling right now. Poor Jay, you know, he's got a bunch of young kids. He needs to get a win. And home, you've got to get one at home.
Quick inbounds to Mayo. He pump fakes twice, wouldn't go. Brockman had it and had it ripped away. Rashawn Cromwell, they're going to let him play inside a little bit, huh?
Well, that's what Cromwell's got to do. You know, he's not playing big minutes. Come in and give some effort. Be a little physical. That's really going to help them.
Cromwell's 6'7", sophomore from Pasadena. Switches sides.
See, having a little trouble getting the ball into offense. A lot of dribbling out front.
This is how they were against Washington State the other night. And as you mentioned, Washington State, a great defensive team. Davon Jefferson knocks down the jumper, so they get 2 out of it, but it wasn't a smooth sequence.
No, it really wasn't. But again, when Mayo gets the ball, all eyes turn to him, and he created off of it for Davon. That's not the shot you expect to make or have to take.
Forces ball inside. Boy, they just can't get it to Brockman. You got to give SC credit. The interior defense has been outstanding so far.
Well, SC's been very quick. And there's really a big difference when you see kids back on their heels and not moving to the ball versus everybody right now is really on their toes, reacting to the ball. They're definitely the quicker team today right now so far.
Brockman goes to the bench for just a second. You saw Daniel Hackett checks in for USC. Surprising not to see Hackett until we're this deep into a ball game. Hackett has been in the starting lineup most of the year.
Let's see if Tim Floyd tries to exploit the matchup with Appleby again.
It's a whistle away from the ball, and Davon Jefferson is applauding the call.
You know, if a guy's not a great low post player anyway, why worry so much about him catching it down there? I mean, you don't want great players catching it, but if he's not a great threat anyway, there's the inbounds pass.
That was an easy one, and Hackett just threw it off the heel.
Yeah, nice touch pass. Hackett went up and got it. Too strong.
Foul, by the way, Washington was on Smith at the other end. There's Appleby. And Appleby, remember, did not score at UCLA the other night. Hasn't scored yet here. Jefferson forced his way inside.
Again, some contact. Jefferson's down, getting up slow. That wasn't a very well run 3-on-2 break.
Sean Cromwell got a piece of it, comes back, gets a block, and Washington still able to score. Good effort. Staying with it was Quincy Pondexter.
There's some guys playing up around the rim, Jim. That ball's going up at its own risk around the rack.
Cromwell knocked it away and then scrambled back from the corner. Elevated, got the block. Mayo, the floater, needed a bounce, wouldn't go. Appleby the rebound.
That's one thing he does very well. He can really float the ball in that mid-range area. That's a nice shot.
Smith stroking the left hand three. Now he leads the team in threes. He shoots about 53%.
Last 2 dimes down the floor, Trojans have not done a real good job of picking up man. Appleby got an open one, and he's not going to miss many either.
It's the first 3 of the game for Washington as they try to climb back in this one. Mayo, answer back. Couldn't do it. Ryan Ommening with the rebound for UW, and Detman the other way. That's a forearm push. They'll get Angelo Johnson for the block. UW is struggling out of the gate. They're starting to find the range now. Joel Smith coming off the bench and knocking down the triple. SC with the lead. 6 points, 10 minutes in the first.
NASCAR on Speed returns in February. Be there.
Pac-10 basketball on FSN is brought to you by Lexus. Enter the YouTube contest on LexusGauntlet.com for the chance to win a 2-year lease on a Lexus IS. Halfway through the first half, welcome back. A beautiful day in Southern California. We're inside the Galen Center's 2nd season of this building. 103 years of basketball for USC. Today, the Trojans started 6 of 10 from the field, but since then have cooled off just 1 for 6. So they're going to put Taj Gibson back in the game, and he hasn't missed a shot yet.
Going back with Dwight Lewis as well, Waddy. So interesting to see now if they try to get Lewis matched up with Appleby here to try to get the same thing they had early in the game, because they don't have a point guard right now unless Hackett plays the point. But I think they're going to try to exploit the matchup with Appleby, which they did to start the game.
USC shooting still 44% for the game, and Washington shooting 31%. Huskies a little sloppy with the ball so far. 5 turnovers was the first thing you noticed when you looked at the stat sheet.
Well, just trying to figure out what the difference might have been. It was 5-1 turnovers, but based on what we saw last week, that's a much, much better job by USC to take care of the basketball. Now, there's a moving screen.
Now they're really trying to free the guards, Detman and Appleby, to get some open looks from about 17.
When you get a stagger screen or double screen, you just got to tag on the fanny of the guy you're defending. Just run right with him, and if the defender moves, foul just like that.
Good read there by Detman, and Detman has been criticized a little bit for his defense, not necessarily individually, but when he's on the floor, they just don't seem to play as good as a unit at that end. Missed the shot, the follow. Pondexter had it for a second. Smith gets it in the corner. Better hustle here for UW. Their opportunities limited. Detman thought about the 3. Washington from outside again, Smith. Deflection goes to Daniel Hackett.
They tried a matchup at the high post last time with Hackett on Detman and turned it over.
Brockman's going to be back in for UW on the next whistle. Just under 10 minutes to play in the first half. Jim Watson, Mike Montgomery at the Galen Center. Lewis terminated his dribble. Appleby all
got
on.
to go get it. There's a double underneath.
They force Gibson away from the hoop. That's what they want, with no dribble. And now he's got to burn a timeout. Mike, that's the second time SC's had to do that.
Well, USC's players have to go to the ball. They think they're open standing over away from the ball, but you got a guy being double teamed. Hey, I'm open. Yeah, thanks. How about coming over and getting the ball from me?
We're the guards. At that point, when you see Gibson in trouble and he loses that dribble, you've got to come to the ball.
You just got to run over and get the ball and start over again.
February 17th, the world's best drivers return to Fox to go door-to-door to see who'll take home the checkered flag. It's the 50th running of the Great American Race. Fox Sports, the exclusive home of the Daytona 500, February 17th in high definition. NASCAR, Rubbin is racing, and I guess he would be the college basketball equivalent, huh, Brockman?
Yeah, well, he's back in. Look at the numbers. Yeah, averaging double-double with 54% from the floor. That's pretty impressive. He's been impressive since he's been in the league. Everybody liked him out of high school. He just plays so hard. You know, he's a kid that you figure is going to stay 4 years because he's just under the radar, and that's exactly what you want, a really, really good player that doesn't think he's supposed to go in the draft right away.
He was a local legend from Snohomish, just outside of Seattle. I saw him play a couple of games in high school. Shot clock is at 3. Mayo's going to have to force it. Put the pass inside to Lewis. Call 3 seconds.
You know, I got to be honest with you. I hated to use a timeout to avoid a turnover early. I mean, late in the game, you save them and you have to use them because that's when it's game win time.
Possession, sure.
But, yeah, but early, you know, I never believed in that. I thought you should play it out and try to make something happen because then you got to go down and play at the defensive end.
I just don't think you can use that as a crutch, a security blanket.
Oh, that's why.
Big swat by Gibson says no to Pondexter. Denton wanted that 3.
Yeah. There's the front with the backside help with pressure on the ball. That's a tough entry. Cromwell's giving him a lift because he's gone in and played really hard.
Mayo the other end.
You know, every time you go up, Washington has a guy up underneath you looking for a charge. That becomes disconcerting.
Smith with Hackett right in his face, went baseline on Hackett, and good help by Cromwell. Outside Pondexter for 3. And here come the Dogs from outside the arc.
And really, it's USC not playing great offense right now more than it is their defensive effort. They need to score some points. They've just kind of gotten into a little dry spell right here.
Yeah, they're smoking out of the gate, 60%. Hackett.
I think the game's gotten a little bit physical, Jim, and I think Washington's thrived on that.
Well, the more I watch Taj Gibson play, the more impressed I am at that end. He was always a good defender, and he had that great reach, good rebounder, good blocker. But offensively, he seems to be much more confident now when he gets his back to the basket down on the block.
Well, you've got to remember, these kids are young kids, and they're playing at a level they haven't played before, maybe a position they have not played before against bigger players.
2 in a row for Pondexter. And we're tied. Well, nope, 18-16, forgot about Gibson's bucket.
Created off the help situation. I think SC may be guilty of over-helping a little bit, especially now that Pondexter's put a couple in from the perimeter. SC's picking the ball up really for no reason. I don't think they're able to get into their offense by working leads. So again, Hackett picks the ball up, and you wonder why he picked it up.
Turnover for USC. That'll be their 4th of the game. SC cold from the field now. They can't seem to make decisions at the offensive end. As a result, their lead is down to 2.
What if we could choose students with the highest character, intellect, talent, and a drive for the greater good? Students whose grades and SATs tell only a fraction of their story. What if we could choose students who could go anywhere? At USC, we can and do choose these students. In turn, they've made this university better, rising farther and faster than any other in national rankings. For that, we'd like to say thank you.
You're welcome.
Standing here beside you, want so much to give you this love in my heart that I'm feeling for you.
Let the world around us just fall apart. Baby, we can't make it if we're heart to heart. And we can build this dream together, standing strong forever. Nothing's gonna stop us now. And if this world runs out of lovers, we'll still have each other. Nothing's gonna stop us. Nothing's gonna stop us now.
Game has changed a lot in the last 5 minutes because UW has gotten hot, especially from outside the arc. At one point, USC led this game 16-5, but Washington has gone on an 11-2, and a couple of them from outside deep.
And really, they're uncontested shots, which there's no excuse for. If you've got a shooter and you know the scouting report, you've got to run at him and make him put it on the floor and shoot the ball rather than stand there and catch it. Part of this is created by the fronting on Brockman and USC trying to get backside help so they can't get over the top, which means they can't get back out to the shooter on the weak side. Twice that's happened when it's kicked outside.
Pondexter leads Washington with 8 points because of those three-pointers. Washington is actually shooting better from three-point, 38% than they are from the field, 32%.
Pondexter, a 26% three-point shooter on the year, so maybe that's a scouting report was that. Might need to adjust it.
Today he looks pretty good, doesn't he?
Yep.
And Appleby's still quiet. Did not score against UCLA, has not scored yet. He's only taken one shot. Jefferson picks up that foul. That's 2 now on Davon Jefferson, so got to keep an eye on that with 7.5 to play in the first.
Again, you got to have confidence in your ability to defend a guy at the low post. Notice that Lewis is working really hard on Appleby. There's the front on Brockman inside, backside help, which is Jefferson.
It's been a tough week for Appleby. He had Weaver guard him for Washington State, and Pondexter trying to go for the hat trick. Then he had Emba Mute at UCLA, and he's got Lewis on him today.
Well, the interesting thing is, Jim, that they've made Appleby a priority. You know, in any scouting report, you say, look, don't let Appleby do this. And so now that's their total focus, and I don't think he's used to having that kind of attention.
No points. He only played the 18 minutes, and I asked Romar why that was. You'd expect him to get about 25 to 30 minutes, and he said, look, it wasn't happening with him on the court, so the chemistry was better with other guys. Goes to the bench, and you tend to leave him there a little bit longer. Floater along the baseline.
Lewis is having a really nice game, playing very confidently. He's guarding Appleby at one end and kind of been the offensive catalyst at the other end.
Lewis now with 7 points.
I will say it's easier to defend when your total job is to take a guy out of catching the ball and don't have to worry about weak side help.
There's Brockman stepping down against Gibson. That's going to be a nice matchup, 2 completely different body types.
And you cannot let a good post guy dribble the ball in the paint. If he's allowed 2 dribbles, he's going to score every time if he's in the play.
Yeah, when he got to that drop step, he was over.
No, his weight, his strength is going to get right to the basket.
Lewis alone for a second. Too strong. Jefferson battles for the rebound, and Tim Morris comes out with it. Washington turnover. Did they get it back? It's a scrum at center court.
Coach is not going to complain about that effort. They got called for a travel, but that's a hustle play both ways. That's where you love to see that, both guys getting down on the floor. The fact that he rolled over, I think, is what they called. He didn't get to his feet, which is an automatic, but he did roll over with the ball.
You got to love any team. We just saw 4 guys dive on the floor in a 5-second sequence. Love guys that are hungry that don't just give it up.
That's all you ask as a coach. Your kids play hard. Try to win this game.
8 turnovers for the Huskies. A little bit misleading right now because they had 5 of those early in this game.
I always felt like Florburn's healed. Losses don't.
Outside Hackett wouldn't go. Out of bounds. I still have a couple Florburns on my elbow that never did heal all the way.
Well, you're making a liar out of me, Watson.
Well, I'll show it to you at the commercial break.
If that much weight falls on the floor, they're just not likely to heal.
That was the only way I could contribute. Couldn't shoot, I was slow, but I cheated on defense too. A lot of holding. 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. 2 teams without a win in Pac-10 play.
SC playing good position defense, aggressive, focused.
Appleby, he fell away from the basket on that one. He's 0 for 2. Still, he's 0 for Los Angeles on the trip.
Well, he's getting no rhythm because he doesn't have time. When he turns, the guy's running at him every time.
Mayo against 2 defenders, looks for help. Finds Hackett, who gaps that defense. And he's grabbed. Brian for UW. It's called for the reach.
Again, good movement by the Trojans. Hackett recognizing he had a seam. There's no way that Washington could get in a position to do anything other than foul. .81% foul shooter.
A tough year for Daniel Hackett. He had a broken jaw in September, and they wired his mouth shut for 6 weeks. Finally let him.
Boy, I bet you that first cheeseburger tasted
I was
good.
going to say, get back to solid food. November 9th. and had 21 points in the first game back.
Yeah, somehow a ground-up cheeseburger just doesn't taste as good.
Not the
as
same.
Biting into it.
Double-double.
Yeah.
Leads back to 4. Hackett back to the bench.
They've settled down now a little bit, Jim. You know, it's now both teams, I think, have gotten used to the pressure. Washington has definitely picked up their intensity level after a slow start.
Brockman and Jefferson jumped the route. Ran it all the way. Here comes Mayo front court. I was going to call it a crossover, but he never changed hands with the ball.
That's good inside-outside move. That's one of the half-court attack moves that coaches work on every day, where you take it in across and then you bring it back with the same hand. Looked really good. He's got great big hands, you know, long arms, so he's able to do that. Very hard to defend that.
I had a chance to watch O.J. Mayo play an entire tournament down in San Diego when he was in high school, and people would come. There were 5, 6 different games going on campus at San Diego State. And they would always show up to watch O.J. Mayo play. He dominated both ends. The thing that impressed me about him, you see a free throw goes up and over. The thing about him that I remember is not only how smooth he was, but how long he could hang in the air. He was one of those guys who would shoot that jumper on the way down after the defender had long since come back to the floor.
There was another guy that was pretty good, that had the
Yes.
opposite numbers that he did. 23,
right.
That is, it could do the same thing.
You know, I didn't want to compare a high school guy to Jordan, but yeah, that's what I was thinking, exactly.
Well, I wasn't comparing their games. I was just talking about hang time being pretty valuable.
Exactly. There's Appleby. Is he going to get off the schneid? Not that time. He got bumped. The tip, no good. Pulled down by SC. There's Mayo for a second. He lost it. Then Mayo took exception to it and dove back at the feet of Brian Almany.
I will say this, the officials are letting them play a little bit because there's some contact out there. There's some stuff going on.
Morrissey gets called for the walk. Oh, offensive foul. Dropped the shoulder. It's 3 now on Morris.
The interesting thing is for OJ is that I don't believe that he scored, and he's got to start doing other things. He clearly is defending. Now he's got to try to make his teammates better, you know, and eventually he'll end up with some buckets, but he can't get frustrated, and his teammates have to stay with him.
Like, I think it's been hard for O.J. Mayo to define his role on this team. People expected him to come in here and score 30 points a game. I think he tried to go the other way. And now I think he's just a little confused as to what's expected of him.
A little caught in between, maybe. But in this league, to be good, he really can't be a guy that has to score 30 points. Not if they're going to be good in this league.
He had a big game against California, 34 in that game. Timeout on the floor, 3:47. SC by 4.
Fox College Sports has the recipe for the ultimate college reunion. Start with over 500 live college basketball games. Add conferences like the Pac-10, ACC, and more. Toss in news from around the NCAA. And garnish with the hottest coaches shows. This is the place where college basketball never ends. For more info on Fox College Sports, log on to foxcollegesports.com.
Chase Budinger leads high-flying Arizona against Pac-10 rival Stanford. Thursday on Fox College Sports.
Out of the shadows, a champion will emerge. Eli and the Giants. Favre and the Packers. The NFC Championship this weekend, only on Fox.
Beautiful day in Southern California. We're spending some time indoors, 22-18, USC over UW. And a reminder for you, coming March 12th through the 15th, of course, the 2008 Pacific Life Pac-10 Men's Basketball Tournament at Staples Center, just about a mile from where we're sitting right now. Tickets available just by logging on to the Pac-10 website. It's pac-10.org. Make your plans now. Another exciting month of March Madness. Pac-10 tournament, I just think it's a tremendous event. That is great. You sit at Staples Center for about 12 hours, watch 4 games a day. A lot of emotion. The band's rolling in and out, cheerleaders. I liked it. I'm glad they brought it back.
You ended on cheerleaders, Wally. You know, Washington's got to feel pretty good. They're only down 4 and have turned it over 10 times. Again, the problem USC has is they're just getting out-rebounded very badly, just allowing Washington to stay in the game.
Both teams are ice cold. Washington now 3 for their last 14 after that miss. USC is 3 for their last 12.
I don't know if USC is going to get away with playing by themselves with no help down inside and allowing Washington's big guys to dribble the ball 2 or 3 times. They're awfully big and strong for that.
Overton, triple threat against Lewis. Inside to Brockman against 2 defenders, and he still manages to get it off the window.
I think that was Davon Jefferson being a little bit tardy getting over, and the fact that he has 2 fouls, reluctant to get up to him aggressively.
Once again, Washington draws within 2. 3 minutes to play in the first half.
See, again, Hackett picks the ball up, and you're not sure why. You know, the entry pass is not there. Washington is overplaying and doing a nice job, so you got to keep your dribble alive until you know what you're going to do with the thing.
Yeah, we saw USC play at Stanford last week, and it was not a good basketball game. They had 23 turnovers. They got out-rebounded 48-31, yet they were still in that game in the closing seconds. After they lost, pretty disappointed, they come back to Los Angeles, and the next day, Sunday, they have a meeting. They talk about some things. They talk about chemistry. They talk about some guys being selfish. And really, they just wanted, I think, pull the strings a little bit tighter, bring everybody together. We didn't see it really against Washington State.
That's a leadership role that we've told you that the coaches for USC are going to have to assume, because they've got a young basketball team, and you're not going to get it on the floor all the time when things get going tough out there with young players.
Coming up at the half, we'll show you highlights and numbers of Washington State and UCLA over at Poly earlier today. As we'll update the Pac-10 standings, let you know how everybody did. Smith and Overton outside, trying to work it to Brockman. Brockman has Gibson all over him.
There was a situation right there where the backside help, there might have been a little push off.
Ryan Omning had it for a second, danced on the sideline and stepped out.
If you're Washington, you're playing a double low post and Brockman's getting fronted. You got to flash the weak side post. In this case, it's the big fella, the freshman, which maybe he doesn't know, Omning into that high post and make him pay for that double team. You again pick it up.
Backdoor cut by Hackett was cut off by Ryan Omning. Jefferson dropped it, he picked it up and dribbled it again, and that is double dribbles. His rhythm's just off a little bit, I think. Maybe trying to do a little too much.
Well, Washington has adjusted to the style of play. SCU was clearly the aggressor to start the game, and now Washington has figured out, okay, this is how it's going to be, and they've picked up their intensity level, and that's hurt USC a little bit. They've not been real smooth getting into offense.
Overton all the way to the basket. Defense never showed up. And here comes Mayo now. It is a 2-on-2. Mayo is going right to the rack. He got bumped about 15 feet out, so that whistle before the shot.
But it's a 2-shot foul because Washington has committed 10 fouls. You know, that last little runner down here that Washington took, I think as much as anything, they knew that if the ball got on the other side of the back of the rim, that Brockman was going to get it. Unfortunately, it came back to the same side.
Mayo stands at the free throw line, a chance to finally get in the scorebook today.
Missed his last one, which was a one-on-one. Doubt that you'll see him miss 2 here.
Sam Craft has been in double figures every game he's played at the collegiate level. His best game so far at Cal, he had 34 points. That was a pretty impressive performance. Against Washington State the other night, 22 points and 7 rebounds. But he was criticized for that performance. Makes one.
That's what Jefferson.
Jefferson, he tried to go back and flush it, hit the front of the rim. Here's Gibson.
That's jump ball.
And all 3 officials called it jump ball all simultaneously. And the arrow favors Washington.
That's the kind of thing that you would expect to see Davon Jefferson do. He can really go up and hit the ball. He went right above 2 people and got it. Just missed the dunk going back.
Some big boys around him right there, Brian Omning and Brockman. They just put their hands to the ceiling. In the corner, left alone. Omning, they would pay him to shoot that 3. He goes reverse layup. Here's Brockman alone. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. And that's a foul on Jefferson.
So you don't really appreciate Brockman till you watch what he does inside there. He's everywhere. He's relentless. You know, he's like a bulldog on a pork chop. I mean, that ball goes up there and he is going to get it. He's going to get it, and he's going to end up with his numbers purely from the fact that he's there every single time.
3 fouls now on Jefferson, so he's coming out of the game. Hearing the buzzer right away. That'll bring Keith Wilkinson into the game for the first time.
If you want to find a weakness, I guess, with Brockman, you'd have to say it's free throws at 58% because he's going to get fouled a lot. Gets 1 out of 2.
And yet, ironically, he's second on the team in field goal percentage, 54%. Of course, he's taken most of his shots down low.
Free throws 15 feet. The shots he takes are 1 feet.
Yeah. Back door. Gibson.
Set play out of the free throw. USC spins out of the high post in the lob, and of course Gibson's got the length to go up and get it. Very nice pass.
Trojan lead is 6, just over a minute to play in the first half. Washington goes back inside the Brockman, and it's poked away. Here goes Mayo. They're going to call it travel. He traveled at the free throw line. Tim Floyd not happy about it at all.
I'd be interested in a replay because I don't know if he did or didn't. You can't make that call unless you're absolutely certain. Here's Mayo on the alley-oop reverse from the high post.
Watch his feet here. A little hesitation. I don't know.
I don't either.
Yeah. He
Again,
changed the rhythm of his dribble, maybe. That's
it. He did, and you don't see that move very often. But you can't make a travel call unless you're absolutely certain.
Inside a minute now to play. The pull-up, Denman, 17-footer.
Critical turnaround right there with the travel, which might have been a three-point play. Now Washington comes down and gets the bucket. SC should probably run it down and get the last shot or as close to the last shot as they can.
There's Lewis.
But you always take a layup.
Yeah, he stepped into the defense, found space, right to the basket.
Don't have any fouls to give. They have 6. Next one puts them in a 1-on-1.
Pull up from 16 wouldn't go. And there's 0.2 of a second left.
Nothing can happen in point 2. They'll just throw it in, let the clock go out, go in with a 6-point lead at half. You know, Washington in some ways has to be pleased because they're within 6.
Well, that is how it'll end. And the other night when Tim Floyd walked through that tunnel, I was standing right there. He was pretty hot. He was the first guy off the floor. Coach, he timed his walk down the bench, so he'd go right out the tunnel. He was the first guy into the locker room. He was that disgusted with their performance. Looks a little more pleased today. We're at the half, presented by your Southern California Chevy dealers. USC and Washington both winless in the Pac-10. The Trojans trying to defend the home house. They lead by 6 at the break.
Remember last week when you hit Vinny in the head with the shovel?
I do not recall that.
It was too graphic for the kids, so I'm gonna have to block you.
You know, I gotta make this up.
That's really not necessary.
This is Vinny's watch.
Yeah, baby! Look at that, what it's doing! All right! Yes! That's it! That's Spizzy's first instant millionaire!
College football fans, here's your chance to be a part of the BCS. Go online to get the official merchandise from the Rose Bowl game presented by Citi, the All-State Sugar Bowl, the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl, the FedEx Orange Bowl, and the All-State BCS National Championship. Own a part of college football history. Go to bcsfootball.org and order today.
You've only waited for hours just to spend a little time alone with me. Never thought I would want to make my life worth living. Shane? Liv, I'm sorry. You give me something makes me scared, alright. This could be nothing, but I'm willing to give it a try. Please give me something. Someday I might know.
We are at the half, presented by your Southern California Chevy dealers. The Hollywood sign, about 12 miles from where we're sitting at the Galen Center. Washington and USC winless in the Pac-10. The Trojans with a 6-point advantage at the break. Earlier today, across town inside Valley Pavilion, undefeated Washington State, number 4, once beaten number 5 UCLA. Great day for defense. Collison with the steal, Westbrook with the big dunk, and UCLA led by 13 at the half. This kid Westbrook is a big player. You'll be hearing that name. Second half, Kevin Love. He can step out for the 3. He has the complete game. Bruins led by 18. More Love this time. The alley-oop to Oboya, UCLA by 16 points. Then the steal and the alley-oop, or the outlet to Josh Shipp. Easy finish. Love finished with 27 points and 14 rebounds. Washington State tried to come back like they did against USC. David Harmling the 3. Derek Lowe the 3 off the mark. Josh Shipp would finish it with an easy breakaway as Washington State's rally falls short. UCLA wins 81-74 to stay undefeated. A career day for Kevin Love. He is everything as advertised. We knew that he could outlet. We knew that he could rebound. Now, of course, we know that he can step out and shoot the 3.
Well, he's a load inside. Now he steps out and starts hitting threes. You say, what do you do? But if you don't double down on him, he's going to score because he has great capacity to get deep in the paint, positions himself well, and he's got great touch inside. If you do, he's a great passer out of the double team. You know, he's just going to get better and better as time goes on.
Battle of the 2 best defenses in the Pac-10, and today UCLA was just a little bit better. They dominated that first half. Here across town at the Galen Center, it is halftime. USC by 6. Taj Gibson leading the Trojans with 8 points.
Strengthen and tone, sculpt and define. Now, there's a new way to get fit quick.
Hi, I'm Jack Satorsky, and I set the world record for push-ups in 2003. And now I'm going to show you how to get the ultimate upper body workout quickly and effectively with the Push-Up Pro. It's the new way to sculpt and tone the chest, shoulders, arms, and even abs. And I guarantee you'll see and feel an amazing difference in your body within 10 days. And here's why. Just look at the normal push-up. Look at the strain on the wrists. Now, look at the difference with the Push-Up Pro. It uses a more natural movement for the arms and shoulders. And by adding the rotation, you're now targeting 2 movements of the chest and getting a more powerful contraction of the muscle. Beginners, use Push-Up Pro on a wall for an easy yet effective workout. As you progress, move to the floor in this modified position, and when you're ready, shred up with the advanced move. Then step it up to expert level. Whether you're 8 or 80, you can strengthen and tone with the Push-Up Pro. It's the ultimate upper body workout.
It rotates your arm, so it feels like it's hitting more of the shoulder. You get better results, you're working more muscle.
I didn't feel any pain in my wrists at all. It felt like a very natural movement from the top position, lowering myself to the floor.
It's great to be in your 50s and find something so simple. I do it right against the wall. It's really easy and convenient. It's perfect.
With the Push-Up Pro, you'll shape, define, and tone in all the right places. In fact, we guarantee you'll see results within 10 days or your money back. And best of all, you can take your workout with you. Call now and get your hands on the Push-Up Pro for only $19.99. And I'll also send you my training guide, The Ultimate Upper Body Workout. Call now.
Call now to order Push-Up Pro for the amazing price of only $19.99 plus shipping and handling. It's never been easier to strengthen, sculpt, and define with the ultimate upper body workout. Call 1-800-631-1627. That's 1-800-631-1627. Call now.
College basketball snaps into focus with 2 huge Pac-10 games. First, Washington looks to prove their conference contenders against Oregon State. Then, surprising Washington State heads into a critical showdown with Bryce Taylor and Oregon. College basketball tips off Saturday on Fox College Sports.
All right! Yeah! Best business first, instant millionaire!
Pac-10 basketball on FSN is brought to you by Chevy. See your Southern California Chevy dealer or visit SoCalChevy.com. Centerpiece of the USC campus, of course, that is the world-famous Tommy Trojan. We're about 500 yards to the east inside the brand new Galen Center. USC leading Washington 29-23. Chance for us to look at the next week. This is the FSN Pac-10 games over the next week, and this is both men's and women's games. I'm going to jump on the plane with the Huskies tonight, go back to Seattle, and call the women's version of this same game, USC and Washington, tomorrow at B of A. Oregon and Washington on Thursday night. Also on Thursday night at Stanford. That's a doubleheader, of course. Oregon, Washington, the leadoff, then Arizona at number 23, Stanford.